Good morning, everyone. It's time to get out of bed yet again. Wakey, wakey.
A letter from Shenmue.
Theo, I've left early to take care of some things. Come to Ternary Spring later.
Ternary Spring? This must be the way there.
Well, thankfully we don't really need the map because we've already been to Ternary Spring. We went there yesterday when we went to the Rainbow Basin to meet Yanshin. Still, I appreciate the cute little cows she drew on the map. That's kind of nice, so we'll keep the map. So, if you recall, last time we got beaten up by some thugs and we went to try and find Yanshin.
Yes, I'll take it.
Yanshin has unfortunately gone into hiding and he won't say anything, so we're currently out of leads.
Look, yes, I'll take it.
So, the only thing you can really do now is meet Shenhua later at Ternary Spring. So she's not at home at the moment.
This is Shenhua's room.
But even home alone, Ryo Hazuki won't go into her room because it's rude. So, we might as well just go straight down to Ternary Spring because there's not much else to do at the moment. So I skipped ahead a bit. You didn't miss anything. I didn't stop and do any training or anything. I just decided to go straight to the Rainbow Basin. And if you recall, I went up here yesterday when we went to see Yanshin, but this gate was closed off. Now you notice that it's open, so you can go into Ternary Spring. So, let's head on over. And look, there's Shenhua.
There you are.
Hi, Leo. This is one of my favorite places. I come here whenever something's bothering me. The tree protects me.
What the?
Remember those sweet nostalgic Dreamcast graphics.
Iwao.
Did you just say Iwao? That was my father's name.
Ah, I see. Well, you're the spitting image of him, I'll say that.
You knew my father? What is this mark?
Iwao made this mark when he was practicing his punches.
He did.
How is Iwao? Is he well?
He was murdered.
Oh,
By a man named Landi in Yokosuka.
Landi.
Do you know him too?
I do. His real name is Zhao Long Sun, the son of Zhao Sun Ming.
Zhao Sun Ming's son? Look at this photo.
This is Iwao and Zhao Sun Ming when they were young. They both trained here, sharing techniques and getting stronger together.
Landi said that my father killed Zhao Sun Ming. Frankly, I don't believe it.
I know better than anyone that he was not a man capable of murder. Visit Mon Yuan Temple. The resident monk there might remember more about Iwao.
Leo,
Shenhua, what's Manyuran Temple?
it's a long-standing temple in the village.
Where is it?
Go back to the village square and walk past the bell tower.
Got it.
You go ahead. I'm going to stay here for a few.
Okay. I'll see you later.
Right, so there's an interesting development. We've met a man who knew our father and Chao Sun Ming when they were young. This man, according to the journal, is Grandmaster Feng. Now, I felt like we missed a cutscene or something because, like, he just appears and just talks about our father, and we just kind of, like, at no point does Ryo Hazuki ask, "Who are you?" and like, "How do you know my dad?" and stuff like that. He just appears, and you see yesterday that I went to Tenere Spring and I tried to go here, so I wondered,
I have
like,
to go to Manyuan Temple.
if I could, like, meet him beforehand or something. But no, that's the first time you meet him, and they neglect to even introduce him. He just appears and he's Grandmaster Feng, so there he is.
Excuse me.
Yes? What is it?
Which way is it to Manyuan Temple?
Did you come all this way to ask that?
I'm looking for Manyuan Temple.
It's in the other direction. There should be a sign for Manren Temple in the village square. You look like a healthy fella.
Not right now.
Alright, no, we don't need to say anymore, stop it. Okay, so, yeah, we'll just head over to the temple, who might happen to know more about our
Excuse
father.
me.
Yeah?
Which way is it to Manyuan Temple?
Why bother going? It's not like you'll get your prayers answered or anything.
Actually,
Oops. Don't mind me. If you go up to the bell tower, there should be a road sign.
Got it. Thanks a lot.
Mo Yi seems kind of like a grumpy person. Oh well, I guess we can... It wouldn't hurt to talk to more people. Let's talk to this guy, he's always a laugh.
Excuse me.
Huh? You talking to me?
Which way is it to Manyuan Temple?
Oh, the temple in the bamboo forest.
I think that's the one.
Bamboo shoots aren't even in season yet, laddie.
What?
If you fry up a few fresh cut ones, they make a tasty snack. They go great with a drink.
I love this guy, he's
I'm
great.
looking for Manyuan Temple.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to explain, but I know there was a sign for it somewhere in the village square.
Got it. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, this guy is, like, always drunk, even in the morning. So, yeah, I think he has some kind of issue. Although I will say that I do appreciate the nose hairs they modelled on him. Nice attention to detail.
Excuse me. Which way is it to Manyuan Temple?
Huh?
I'm looking for Manyuan Temple.
My hearing is rather short.
Is that so? Sorry to bother you.
Okay, you're a little strange,
Hi
lady.
there. I'm looking for Manyuan Temple.
My sight seems to be fading.
Right. Sorry to bother you.
Okay, so she's going blind and deaf. I'm sure she is fine though. Let's just head on over to the temple. As they mentioned, the temple is in the other direction, which is towards the fishing place.
Excuse me.
Howdy. Come on in.
I just have a question. Which way is it to Manyuan Temple?
Temple path is actually back that way. If you turn around and walk for a bit, you should see the entrance.
I see.
See that over there? That's the temple.
Got it. Thanks a lot.
Now, if you remember, we actually have already been to the temple, but I didn't show it off because we have to go to it now as part of the story. So here it is. If you go to the temple earlier, no one's there, but if you go now, there'll be an NPC that will progress the story. So let's head on over to the Manyuan Temple. And during certain times of the day, you can find Ming Yang here.
I need help with something.
What do you want?
I'm looking for Manyuan Temple.
Are you dense? You didn't check a map before coming here, did you?
What?
This is Manyuan Temple.
Oh, I thought so.
Yeah, I knew this was Manyuan Temple. I'm just
I
pretending
need
to
help
be
with
stupid.
something.
Oh, it's you again.
I'd like to spar with you.
Happily, and treat it like a real fight.
Let's begin.
Give me all you've got!
So yes, if you find Ming Yang here at certain times of the day, he's in the Manyuan Temple training, and you can spar with him. So he's another guy you can practice your kung fu with. It is kind of interesting, they have given each of these guys slightly different movesets, so they do kind of differ in their martial arts a bit. I don't think you ever actually fight Ming Yang in an actual fight though, but you know, you can train with him. And yeah, it's good to get some training in now. We didn't do any training in Martial Hall this morning, so this I guess makes up for that.
I think we should stop there for today.
Okay, thanks. See you again soon.
Okay, so... Oh, hang on. The notebook tells you who you can spar with. Just, you know, because he likes to keep up to date with recording everything. So yes, let's head on over into the temple. Pretty fancy looking place.
Pardon me.
How may I help you?
Do you remember a man named Iwao Hazuki?
Hazuki. How do you know that name?
Iwao is my father.
I had a feeling I knew you.
But we just met, you don't know me.
Do you remember anything about my father's time that he spent here, in the village?
That was almost 20 years ago. He came here all the way from Japan to train with a companion of his.
This one.
Ah, yes, this young man. He and Iwao often came here together. His name was Sun Ming.
Do you know what happened to them after they trained here?
Only that they suddenly stopped coming to the temple. I don't know what happened, but I didn't see them in the village after that either.
Do you remember anything else?
Ah, I may still have an ima Iwao wrote.
Really?
I'll go take a look.
Yes, please.
This is where we keep everything related to the history of the temple. Please, have a look around.
Thank you.
Alright, so now we're sort of learning that Iwao Hazuki and Sun Ming were, you know, they were in this village. And they used to train together. So, I guess now we reach the point where we have to look in a bunch of drawers again, so get ready for some intense drawer action. Although, before we go on, I just want to, I'm going to change out the fishing t-shirt just because having that guy's face on my chest the whole time is just kind of annoying me. So, yeah, let's just go back to our classic look and start looking around at all these shelves. So, yeah, you might remember when I said a while ago that I had issues with the plot of the game. Around this point, I think is where the cracks start to show. Again, the game kind of just neglects to introduce Grandmaster Feng, which I really feel like should have been a more important character than he is, but I don't know.
A picture of a horse?
Yes, that's certainly what it is.
I wonder what he's looking at.
Ryo Hazuki, art connoisseur.
It's a nice color.
Yeah, I feel like the pacing of this game feels quite similar to Shenmue 1, where you start the game in Shenmue 1 trying to find out about the murderers, the guys, and you start looking for dudes in black suits, and then you look for sailors, and eventually you find a guy named Charlie. Then once you find Charlie, nothing actually comes of it.
Shiva? Or perhaps Budai?
He's a big boy. So yeah, once you find Charlie, nothing comes of it. Instead, you start an entirely new investigation thread once you get the letter from Ine-san from Zhu Yuanda, which failed to reach your father in time. So this feels like the same thing. You did a bunch of things, you look for the thugs, and then nothing comes of it. And now we're doing something completely unrelated here in this temple.
This is a morning glory.
So yeah, it feels like the first part of the game was padding in a way.
Very interesting.
Very similar to how Shenmue 1 was, which I guess you could look as a negative.
This is...
I'm just going to appreciate this art a bit more.
This is pretty good.
That's a nice cock. Ryo Hazuki approves.
Really?
Ooh, he's slightly judgmental about this piece. So yeah, we're basically looking through to see if there's anything here related to our father. Because I guess he used to come here a lot. So maybe there's something in here to do with, I don't know, anything really. It's not entirely clear why we're looking through things, I don't think. Like, I mean, the monk is looking for an ema that Iwao Hazuki wrote.
I've never seen a magazine like this. The world is a big place.
Well, actually, you have seen those magazines. Several of them are in Shenhua's house and in Shu's house as well.
What a well-behaved cat. I wonder how Feng Mei is doing right now.
Feng Mei. Nice little throwback there. Although this cat doesn't move at all. He just sits there chilling. You can't even pet it. What a missed opportunity. Oh, would you look at that?
Oh. This is...
The Sega Saturn. Just like back at home. Although we can't play it. There's no TV here to play it on. But I do like it's in there. It is kind of funny actually because they say this is where we keep all the things that are important to the history of the temple.
I've seen this before. At the Seven Lucky Gods.
Yeah, and you know, of all the artifacts they keep, the Sega Saturn is one of the things that's like imperative to this temple's history. See, these look like move scrolls.
This is...
This is what, Ryo Hazuki? You're not going to elaborate? Okay. Yeah, they look like move scrolls, but you can't pick them up, you can't read them. They'll just stay in the drawers. Oh well, it's probably nothing important. On that table, there's the blue vase. The one we got from Wei Jun yesterday as part of that weird side quest. Oh well, we don't need to take it. We've got one of our own, I suppose. Going back again to that cutscene we saw earlier, where Ryo Hazuki sees the mark in the tree, and he somehow knows that his father made that mark. Like, it's revealed that Iwao Hazuki practices punches on that tree, and that's why there's a mark on it, and Ryo Hazuki instinctively knows that that's what he did. It's a bit strange, I don't know, because I don't... Like, it's not like there's a similar mark on the cherry blossom tree in Ryo Hazuki's house.
Toy. Wonder if some kid wants it.
Yeah, the way he says that makes it seem like this is important, but you can't pick it up, so... I don't know, it's a bit strange. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, I'm not sure why looking at that mark on the tree immediately like makes Ryo Hazuki flash back to images of Iwao Hazuki. It's just a bit strange. I mean, I do like that there is a mark on the tree there. I like the idea that Iwao Hazuki was constantly punching a tree, because that's exactly what Ryo Hazuki did. If you remember in Shenmue 2, where you had to, when you learned the Iron Palm, you just had to spend like 80 years punching the tree. So yeah, it's nice that Ryo Hazuki is following in his father's footsteps of doing all the same stupid shit that he did. Punch the trees! Yes, I will look in every single one of these drawers. You don't actually have to. There is one thing you need to look at in order to progress the story. But goddamn if I'm not going to show off every single one of these drawers.
That's one small dragon.
I guess so, but there's something incredibly smug about that face. Anyway, I think we've pretty much examined all the drawers, so here's some pictures to look at. You might recognize these. These are all of various locations.
I think I can fish here.
Yep, that's the big pond.
This is...
That's the bamboo forest. There's Ternary Spring.
This is relaxing.
There's the big old river.
What a sly pose. Not really my type, though.
What is your type, Ryo Hazuki?
This is... What is this a picture of?
The pumpkin fields, Ryo Hazuki.
This is...
That's the well in the village square.
Where is this?
That is, I believe, the Sunflower Grove.
Can I climb up there?
That's the clock tower.
Oh. This is... What? The Verdant Bridge? It must be pretty old. What the? Who exactly are these people?
So sorry to have kept you waiting. Have you found anything of interest?
This photo here.
Ah, yes, that photo is said to be of an Imperial envoy dispatched to Bailu village by the Emperor himself.
What are these crests on these banners?
They represented the will of the Imperial family. A dragon for the Emperor, and a phoenix for the Empress. It is said that the Emperor of the time revered the dragon and phoenix greatly.
Why was this Imperial envoy visiting Bailu village?
I'm afraid that is all I know.
Would you mind if I borrowed the photo?
Oh, It wouldn't hurt to show a bit of faith in Iwao-san. Please take it.
Thank you. I'll be sure to bring it back to you.
Hold on, take this too. Your father left it as an offering for the temple. I cannot read what it says, but I hope that it brings you some comfort.
I should show that picture to Shenhua.
Alright, so we got a couple of items there. We got a historical photograph of the Imperial envoy visiting the Verdant Bridge. And we also have the Ima that Iwao Hazuki wrote while he was staying here. And where is it? Oh, there it is. There's the Ima. It's addressed to Ryo Hazuki's mother. Now, the monk said that Iwao was here almost 20 years ago, so I guess this would have been shortly before Ryo Hazuki was born. Akame died when Ryo Hazuki was 3 years old, apparently, from an illness. But when Iwao Hazuki was in China, she was alive and well, and I guess they were already together. Anyway, in order to progress the story, you have to go back and talk to Shenhua. But since we're here, we might as well explore the temples, because I skipped over it last time, and now is a good time to have a look at it.
Excuse me.
May I help you?
What is this place?
This is a temple where generations of villagers have come to pray. And you? Have you too come to make your desires known?
Not right now.
You may just be visiting, but don't be shy.
If you insist.
By all means, whenever you're ready.
Okay, thanks.
The way they've animated this lady's mouth, like her mouth opens too wide for the thing she says, it looks a little bit odd. Anyway, here you can see all the little
sincere.
plates that people have written. And the thing about it is that every single one of these are people from the village.
I shouldn't laugh.
For some reason, Ria Hazuki will like comment on every single one of them.
Does that actually happen?
May 1760, the drought continues and crops desperate for rain. That's an interesting little bit of world building, but
There are all sorts.
I thought these little plates is where you write down what you wish for. You don't just write down what's happening. Unless this is just like old-timey Twitter or something.
Really?
So yeah, you can just write down whatever on these, I guess.
So kind.
So yeah, we'll just read some of these. Most of these come from people in the village you might recognize,
I hope it
so
works out.
adds a little bit of character to them. So here's this guy, Lei Ming Yang. He wants to become the greatest
I hope it works
fighter.
out.
So, and you know, remember we were just sparring with him outside, so he's training to become a martial artist.
Really?
And there's Shiren, who seems overworked, which makes sense. He was asking us to cover his work shift the other day.
Does that actually happen? I hope it works out. Does that actually happen?
Oh dear, there are no good fighters coming out of Bailu from Feng. You know, the guy we were just introduced
There
to.
are all sorts.
I guess that sort of paints the picture that Bailu village is a village that's sort of past its prime.
Is that okay?
It doesn't sound okay. She's just venting.
There are all sorts.
I hope Yanshin learns the trade and makes a name for himself soon. I also hope he doesn't get kidnapped by thugs.
Really?
Huh, there's the date the Verdant Bridge was completed.
I hope it works out.
I pray Shenhua stays healthy until that day comes. From Yuan. But what does he mean when he says that day? Mysterious.
I hope it works out. I hope it works out.
So here are these people writing their little blog posts.
There are all sorts. I hope it works
I
out.
pray for a new mother. Aw. That's kind of sad.
How sincere.
And Joe wants a new bride.
So
if you,
kind.
If you remember, that was the blacksmith he talked to on the first day.
There are all sorts.
I pray for great wealth, great health, and great bowel movement from Uncle Tao. Yeesh, too much information.
So kind.
I pray no disasters befall the village from Ye. Oh, that's as good as wishes, isn't it?
So kind. There are all sorts. I hope it works out.
Oh, and here's Yan Xin, who wants to become a Phantom River stonemason.
There are all sorts.
Aren't there any macho men around? I'm not sure if the temple is the best place to talk about how horny you are.
I shouldn't laugh.
I want popsicles.
So kind.
I hope my mother lives forever. So yeah, I know Shenmue isn't
That's a good
great
wish.
at introducing the names of the villagers, but if you do pay attention and know who these people are, you can get a bit of fun out of here.
Really?
Because it gives a little insight into the villagers'
There are all
backstories and
sorts.
personalities.
Does that actually happen? Does that actually happen?
Some of the comments that Rio makes doesn't make any sense.
I hope it works out.
Alright, so I think that's all the little plates on this wall. If you go to the wall behind here, there are some more plates. But these ones aren't actually from the villagers. These ones are from
What's
Kickstarter
this?
backers. Yes, if you donated a certain amount to the Kickstarter campaign, you get to have your wish put on the temple. You get to choose between one of three wishes. You either want to be stronger, you want to be rich, or you want to be popular. And you pick the wish, and then your name is put here onto the temple. If you have a look, actually, it seems like the more popular wish is wishing for strength. Most people want to become stronger. Some people want to be rich as well, that's fine. Not so many people want to be popular, though. That's kind of interesting. So yeah, it's a nice little reward. I kind of like the idea of it, although it certainly wasn't cheap. In order to get your name onto this wall, you had to donate $1,400 to the Kickstarter campaign. That's a lot. That's a lot of money to put your name into this game. I mean, I'm not going to judge. I spent $300 on the campaign myself. Although I will judge whoever spent that amount of money to get the name Tronald Dump into the game. So whoever that is, I kind of hate you for that. Oh well. So yeah, these are just little Kickstarter backers again. Some of these just say thank you backer. I think these are people who didn't supply their names to the Kickstarter campaign, which kind of sucks. I mean, jeez. If you spent that much money, you at least want to pay attention to the little surveys they sent out to collect everyone's name and stuff. Okay, so that's that wall full of Kickstarter backers. And here's the next wall, which again is full of villagers.
I hope it works out. I hope it works out.
I pray my back pain goes away.
Is this what you want?
I'm hungry.
Is that okay?
No wine, no buns, no life. From Sun.
Is this okay?
Old man Su Wenshu is always screaming. He should learn to zip it.
There are all sorts.
Imagine writing that to the temple. I want this guy to shut up.
How sincere.
Too busy, need help hiring. This isn't a place to put your job advertisements. Although imagine if someone came in here who was down on his luck and looking for a job, and he was about to write down I wish for a job, and then he sees that. He was like, oh sweet, my luck's paying off. I pray my hubby gains some pep in his step. In bed. Christ, I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to look at Wang Wen again in the same way. Well, I guess that explains why a lot of the female villagers in the village are very interested in Ryo Hazuki. They're all just hungry for penis.
Does that actually happen?
I want to become a Tai Chi master, start my own school, get rich and famous, and get the girls from Su Shi Hong. Pretty relatable.
There are all sorts. That's a good wish. Is this what you want? Is this what you want?
Another great day for fishing. Man, every day is great for fishing.
I hope it works out.
Wei Jen wants to be in the martial arts tournament. That explains why she's always training.
That's a good wish.
And here's Wei Jun, which is a very similar sounding name. I'm gonna chase all the girls so I can chase no more.
Is this what you want?
Had dinner yet? Why are you writing this?
I shouldn't laugh.
Ah, that's Kong Zhuang. He's the stalky kid with the slightly askew glasses.
Really?
Ah, and Liu Baishan wants to catch the king of Bailu. Of course he does.
Sincere.
What a surprise, Liu Baishan is wishing for fish.
Does that actually happen?
Why are all the women so strong-spirited? I don't know, Mr. Kerr. Probably because they're hungry for penis!
There are all sorts. Really? How sincere.
Come home, wifey.
I shouldn't laugh.
Yeah, this guy's in crippling debt. We shouldn't laugh.
How sincere. There are all sorts. That's a good wish.
There's Kong Mei. What school is she talking about, I wonder? I just want to be happy. The most relatable wish of them all. Okay, maybe this one's the more relatable one.
How sincere.
I hate this village. I want to leave. Oh, that's Mo Yi. Why would you write that? Now everyone in the village knows that you hate everyone. Anyway, yeah, that's all the plates there. And that's pretty much all there is to see at the temple. So... I guess it's still early in the day, so... I'm not sure what to do at the moment.
I need help with something.
Yeah? Where's Shenhua?
She had other plans.
Aw, that's no fun. Shenhua always plays with me and tells me I'm good at drawing.
I see.
Yeah, whatever, that's great, kid. Anyway, before we continue with the story, I decided to head back to Ternary Spring and have another chat with Grandmaster Fong. Because, again, considering that he seemed quite close to Iwa Hazuki and Chao Sun Ming, who are both very important characters, that he'd have a bit more to say. So here's another Shenmue tree. Yes, there's two. And here's old Grandmaster Fong.
Grandmaster Feng.
Ah, yo.
Hey,
I have to say, you look more like him every day. It's almost as if Iwao were standing here.
I see.
The memories. Those were good times back then.
I'll come back.
No, is that all you got to say? Alright, never mind then. Okay, again, I feel like there should be more scenes with them together, but I guess not. Oh well, it's not a big deal. We can look around the whole Ternary Spring place though. There's a couple of herbs to pick up, so we might as well do that. Oh, there's an invisible wall there. I have to go around. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it just kind of annoyed me, because when I first played it, I was just really confused. I was just like, who's this guy? And the only way you find out his name is if you look in your journal. So it's like, yeah, and this is like a significant character, which feels a bit strange that he's kind of glossed over there. You can at least spar with him though, which I did forget to show off, but I'll do it some other time. So yeah, since we've collected quite a few herbs, we can sell some, and yep, they sell for quite a bit. So let's sell them.
Oh, you've got some good ones here. Come back whenever you've gathered
so
another
at this
set.
point, I begin to look through my skill books to see what items I need for particular move scrolls, and I'm not actually that far off. I'm looking at the pamphlets, but you don't really need the pamphlets necessarily. You can just go into the pawn shop menu in your inventory, and yeah, you can just see what things you need for the move scrolls. So I need like a frog statue and a glass bottle in order to get flying spear. And I think this guy sells the frog.
Hi there.
I've been meaning to have a little chat with you. You're the first male friend Shenhua's brought around.
That's not...
You be good to Shenhua, you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, just got a little bit awkward there.
Excuse me.
What is it?
There's something I want.
What's that?
And there we go. He's got the froggy. So we might as well buy that. And I'll buy a blue t-shirt as well. Why not? We got the money for it.
Finished?
Yes.
So since he bought a shirt, let's try it on. I'll try it with the... There we go. Now this is a different look. Slightly.
Excuse me.
What is it?
I'd like to help you split some wood.
Now we're talking.
And since we spent a bunch of money, let's earn some of it back.
Oh!
It's an okay score, I guess.
This is good work.
No, I'm good.
Well, I ain't forcing you to do anything. The job will be waiting for you.
And at this point I've sort of killed a lot of time, but I decide to progress the story a bit more and go back to Shenhua's house using the jump system. Although I didn't realise that doing that would actually fast forward the time to 9 o'clock. So yeah, there goes the whole day.
This is the Verdant Bridge. "1910, the second year of Xuan Tong. That's the year it was finished."
It's pretty old then. The resident monk said it was built for an imperial envoy that visited Bai Lu. Look at the flag and the mirror.
These patterns match what we saw in my father's quarry. This might help us find him.
Is there anyone who might know more about the bridge?
Elder Ye probably would.
Who?
The elderly lady who makes medicine for the village. She lives near the village square.
Perfect. I'll go see her tomorrow.
Thanks.
Well, now we know what to do first thing tomorrow. Let's go speak to that lady in the village. Elder Ye is that lady who's hammering herbs away and humming all the time. So it'll be fun to try and speak to her. And see if she doesn't ignore us like she did last time.
Hey, Shenhua.
What is it, Lia?
I should go see Elder Ye tomorrow, right?
Yes.
I hope she'll be able to give us a lead.
Yes.
That's kind of blunt. Just yes.
Hey, Shenhua.
What is it, Lia?
Is Elder Ye some sort of doctor?
No. There aren't any doctors in Bailu. Elder Ye makes medicine for everyone in the village.
There aren't any doctors at all?
No. Everyone relies on Elder Ye for their medicine.
Hey, Shenhua.
What is it, Lia?
Then I guess I should go see Elder Ye.
Yes, good idea. She might know something about your father.
Well, I guess she's not feeling up for conversations like she is on the other evenings, so there's not much else to do for tonight. We'll just go straight to bed. I apologize if today wasn't particularly interesting, we just went to a temple and read a bunch of stuff. So, maybe tomorrow will be a bit more eventful. Until then, good night everyone. See you all tomorrow.